Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? This is the Lovin Daily, where we take you through the top stories. A lot of news has broken in the last day, which is the movement ban in and out of Abu Dhabi has been extended for one more week. Also, residents will be permitted to travel from June 23 to select destinations with certain procedures in place. This is huge news if you are thinking of leaving the country. Of course, borders have been closed since the middle of March. Very exciting. Also, the fact that a photographer is giving free final leaving Dubai snaps. This is something she's doing out of the goodness of her heart, so I can't wait to bring you that story at the end of the show. But we'll move into the top story, which is that UAE residents are going to be allowed to travel from June 23. So this was announced yesterday by UAE government, actually at 11:21 p.m. So if you're just waking up, you may be waking up to this news. Both residents and nationals will be permitted to travel outside of the UAE from June 23. So people will be allowed to travel under to certain destinations under certain conditions and procedures, which will be announced later. So it's quite, there's a lot more information to come, I'm sure. As you guys know, the airports have been closed since the middle of March, I think March 24th. And since then, it's only been cargo flights and repatriation flights. So if you wanted to go to your home country, and if your airline was flying there, you're able to. But this announcement means we're opening up to more destinations. So you don't necessarily have to go to your home country. So like I said, travel plans, if you're thinking of something, it may happen. However, they will announce more guidelines a little bit, which basically means you may have to quarantine on either side. You'll have to probably follow strict rules when you get there, but more will be released. I think, of course, I think we've kind of been lucky in the office, myself and Shire, anyone coming in, because I think for people who've been at home with parents, kids, people who've been working home for the last couple of months, it's been very, very tough. And I never thought I would say that coming into the office every day has actually been a blessing. Do you think so? But coming, Charlie's like, no, it is not.
Awkward silence for like 5 seconds.
I know coming into the office, we actually have had human interaction, of course, but if you're at home and you haven't for the last couple of months and you usually have summer plans as it gets really hot, I think this news is going to be great news for some people to hear that they may be able to travel from June 23. Of course, schools are closing towards the end of this month. There are 2 months to play with around there, so huge news. And as we get the procedures and regulations that will be in place, we'll announce them. But moving on to our next story, guys, the Abu Dhabi movement ban is to be extended for one more week starting today. So movement within the Abu Dhabi regions of Al Ain, Abu Dhabi and Al Dhafra, as well as movement in and out of the capital, is banned for one more week. The ban includes all residents, including UAE nationals, and while there are exceptions for employees in the vital sectors, the emergency medical services, and for all goods and mail which are planning to go in and out. Also, if you are planning to travel out of Abu Dhabi airport, you will need to present your booking confirmation or your ticket if requested by officials. So your passport or your booking confirmation. So that will be your passport into Abu Dhabi, will be your ticket. So that's a reminder, Abu Dhabi, we miss you. We can't wait to see you when you're able to finally leave again. But we know that there's extensive testing going on. In the last week, there's been over 300,000 tests in the capital alone. And we also know that there obviously, there's a lot of COVID testing facilities being built there, which is incredible to see. So it's one more week, and that has been on an ongoing basis for 3 weeks. So we'll bring you more on that when we get it. Moving into our final story, guys, this is a story, a Dubai photographer is shooting free leaving Dubai snaps for anyone affected by COVID-19. Paula Haney, shout out to you. She's a family photographer, and this week she just shared a post on Facebook like we would do. She said she was offering final Dubai photos for anyone forced to leave the country due to unemployment, and she would do it absolutely free, which is amazing. Her own business was affected by COVID-19. She said that she actually lost 60% of clients and she wanted to help out in any way she could. And guys, the response to this has been huge. So she simply put it on, I think, Facebook to, I can't remember which Facebook group it was. And she got, I think, over 100 applications. So we actually spoke to her yesterday and we said, how are you going to fulfill this? You know, she's, as far as I'm aware, it's a very small team. I don't know if it's just Paula, maybe she has a little help, but how is she going to fulfill it, and is there a limit? She basically said there is no cutoff point. She'll do it all summer, and since she posted it, she's already done 50 leaving Dubai shoots. So she's planning out 6 every day. I think this is incredible. She's probably working outside right now. She's doing from sunrise until 9 a.m. She's planning 6 every single morning, and she's just kind of booking these families in. How incredible is that?
So nice.
All out of the goodness of her heart. And that's not even, so that's every single morning, that's 3 hours of her day, and then she'll obviously have to edit the photos and get them back to the people. Like, this is a huge operation, and she said that she would continue to do it throughout the summer. It's incredible.
That's very nice.
Paula Haney, if you want to get in touch with her, it's Paula Haney Photography on Instagram. You can also check out her website. And do we have any more on that story? No, that's it. But yeah, like I said, it's leaving Dubai Snap. So the deal, the offer, the generous gesture is available for people who are affected by COVID-19 and have to leave the country due to unemployment. So that's kind of the tiny catch there. But it is incredible. And talking about people we've mentioned a couple of days ago about people, if you have skills, how can you give back during this time? We mentioned Simon Kennedy, who's a local Dubai entrepreneur, and he actually has a rental management company, and therefore he gave a studio for 2 months to people that needed it most. Here in Lovin Dubai, I'm not sure what our skill is, basically shouting out about things on social media, so we're doing business bounce back. If you guys have heard of it, we're trying to shout out and give free advertising to one business a week for 12 weeks. We are currently in our 2nd week, and we are talking about Paw Pals. So Paw Pals is a local Dubai pet company. They offer pet sitting, pet training, and relocation, which is big at the moment. And one thing that they talk about in particular is that their pet training is done in a kind way. So they don't use choke collars. I don't really know how often, so they don't use kind of cruel mechanisms to make sure your animal is trained.
They're nice and humble.
They're nice and humble, and they'll make sure your pet is well looked after. So if you're looking for kind pet training, or if you're looking for relocation services or information about relocation services for your pet, please get on to Paw Pals. They'll help you out. Guys, those are our top stories. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Stay safe and wash your hands. Bye.